Welcome, truth seekers, to a journey into the shadows, where the ordinary dissolves and the inexplicable takes hold. I'm Venceslav, and tonight we delve into stories that linger in the mind, puzzles with missing pieces that authorities and science have failed to assemble. These aren't just tales whispered around a campfire, they are documented events, encounters that have left indelible marks on those who experienced them and on the very fabric of our understanding of reality. We're about to explore cases that defy easy answers, cases that continue to echo with unanswered questions, pulling us deeper into the heart of the unknown. Prepare yourselves, because the narratives we are about to uncover are as unsettling as they are baffling. Each story you're about to hear is a testament to the mysteries that lie just beyond our perception, challenging what we think we know about the world and our place within it. These are the accounts that keep investigators awake at night, the riddles that have spawned countless theories, yet remain stubbornly unsolved. So dim the lights, settle in, and open your mind to the possibilities that lie beyond the veil. Some stories defy logic, and science stays silent. These are three chilling, real-life mysteries the world still can't explain. It's 2014. A German tourist named Lars Mittank arrives for a summer vacation in Varna, Bulgaria. But within days, things take a strange turn. Our story begins in the sun-drenched coastal city of Varna, Bulgaria, a popular destination for tourists seeking relaxation and vibrant nightlife. Lars Mittank, a 28-year-old German man, was among them, arriving with friends on June 30th, 2014, for what was supposed to be a week of carefree enjoyment at the Golden Sands Resort. He was, by all accounts, a typical young man, looking forward to a break from his job at a power plant. The initial days of the vacation seemed to unfold as planned. Lars and his friends explored the area, enjoyed the beaches, and partook in the local culture. There was nothing to suggest the bizarre and terrifying sequence of events that would soon engulf him, nothing to hint that this ordinary vacation would become one of the most perplexing missing person cases of the 21st century, a case that continues to haunt both his family and online sleuths. The turning point, the incident that seems to have set everything in motion, occurred after a night out. Lars got into an altercation, reportedly with fans of a rival German football club, though details remain somewhat murky. He sustained an injury, a ruptured eardrum. This seemingly minor injury would have profound and unforeseen consequences, acting as the catalyst for his descent into paranoia and eventual disappearance. Following the fight, Lars's friends were scheduled to fly back to Germany on July 7th. However, due to his ear injury, a doctor advised Lars against flying immediately, citing concerns about the pressure changes during the flight potentially worsening his condition. So his friends departed without him, leaving Lars alone in a foreign country, with plans to take a bus home once he was medically cleared or felt better. This decision, though medically sound, left him isolated. It was during this period of solitude that Lars's behavior reportedly began to change dramatically. He checked into a different, cheaper hotel, the Hotel Color, to wait. He called his mother, Sandra Mittank, and his communications with her grew increasingly erratic and fearful. He spoke in hushed tones, claiming he was being followed and that he didn't feel safe. He mentioned 4 men who were supposedly trying to rob or even kill him. His mother, understandably alarmed, tried to calm him down and gather more information. She suggested he find a safe place, perhaps seek help from the German embassy. Lars told her he had hidden from these mysterious men and that he was trying to make his way home. He also asked her to cancel his credit cards, adding another layer of urgency and fear to his already distressed calls. What or who was tormenting Lars to this extent? On July 8th, the day he was supposed to catch a bus, Lars instead made his way to Varna Airport. He seemed desperate to leave Bulgaria. Before heading to the airport, he had visited an airport doctor, Dr. Kosta Kostov, for a final checkup regarding his ear. It's here that the story takes an even more inexplicable turn. He was reportedly prescribed cefprozil, an antibiotic, for his ear. During his consultation with Dr. Kostov, Lars appeared nervous and agitated. The doctor later reported that Lars was jumpy and seemed paranoid, looking around anxiously. Then, something happened that caused Lars to panic completely. According to the doctor, a man dressed as an airport construction worker entered the medical room. This seemed to be the trigger. Lars, already on edge, reportedly exclaimed, "I don't want to die here. I have to get out of here." What followed was captured on the airport's CCTV cameras. Footage that has since been viewed millions of times online, fueling endless speculation. Lars Mittank, in a state of sheer terror, bolted from the doctor's office, leaving behind all his belongings, his wallet, his mobile phone, his passport, and his luggage. He ran as if his life depended on it, a primal fear etched on his face. The footage shows him sprinting full pelt through the airport terminal, past bewildered travelers and staff. He doesn't stop, he doesn't look back. He continues out of the main entrance, across the airport forecourt, and towards a perimeter fence nearly 8 feet high, topped with barbed wire. Incredibly, he scaled this formidable barrier with apparent ease and disappeared into the dense sunflower fields and woods bordering the airport. That was the last confirmed sighting of Lars Mittank. In Uppsala, Sweden, residents began reporting a strange, otherworldly sound. A low, melodic hum, like chanting, rising from beneath the ground. We now travel north, to the historic city of Uppsala in Sweden, a place known for its ancient university and majestic cathedral. But beneath its serene academic facade, something strange began to stir, something that couldn't be seen, only heard, or perhaps felt. In the early 2000s, residents started reporting a peculiar and persistent sound, a low-frequency hum that seemed to emanate from the very earth beneath their feet. This wasn't an ordinary urban noise like traffic or construction, which residents were accustomed to. This was different. Many described it as a deep, resonant thrumming, almost a vibration that was more pronounced indoors and during the quiet hours of the night. For some it was a mere curiosity, a faint background drone. For others it became a source of significant distress, disrupting sleep and causing anxiety. The characteristics of the Uppsala Hum were as perplexing as its origin. Some witnesses likened it to the sound of a distant diesel engine idling, while others perceived a more melodic, almost musical quality, sometimes described as a low, indistinct chanting or a deep, resonant choir. This variation in perception made it even harder to pinpoint or classify, adding layers to its enigmatic nature. The mystery deepened as more people came forward. It wasn't confined to one specific neighborhood. Reports trickled in from various parts of the city, though some areas seemed to experience it more intensely. The common thread was its low pitch and its ability to penetrate buildings, making escape from it difficult for those who were sensitive to its presence. What could be generating such a pervasive and unusual sound? Naturally, investigations were launched, both officially and unofficially. Local authorities and utility companies checked for common culprits: faulty transformers, underground pipes, industrial machinery, or heating and ventilation systems. Yet none of these routine checks yielded a definitive source that could account for the widespread and unique nature of the hum reported by so many. Scientists and acousticians also became intrigued. They deployed sensitive recording equipment trying to capture and analyze the sound. Some recordings did pick up anomalous low-frequency noises, but tracing them back to a single, identifiable origin proved incredibly challenging. The hum seemed to be elusive, sometimes fading or changing in intensity, further complicating efforts to study it systematically. The lack of a clear explanation led to a proliferation of theories. Some proposed that it could be a form of tinnitus, a medical condition causing ringing in the ears. But this wouldn't explain why multiple unrelated people in the same geographic area were reporting a similar external sound. Nor would it explain the instances where the hum was actually recorded by equipment. Others looked to more complex environmental or geological phenomena. Could it be related to subtle seismic activity, the movement of underground water, or even atmospheric pressure changes interacting with the local topography? Uppsala does have a complex underlying geology, and some wondered if this played a role, perhaps amplifying distant industrial noises or creating resonant frequencies within the Earth itself. The psychological impact on those who could hear the hum, often referred to as hearers or hummers, was significant. Sleep deprivation, stress, headaches, and a feeling of being unheard or dismissed by those who couldn't perceive the sound were common complaints. The invisibility of the source, coupled with the persistent nature of the hum, created a uniquely frustrating and isolating experience for many. In Rhode Island, USA, drivers tell the same chilling tale. A woman dressed in all black appears by the roadside, then vanishes without a trace. Our final journey into the unexplained takes us to the winding, often desolate roads of Rhode Island, the smallest state in the USA, but one rich with history, and as it turns out, ghostly legends. For decades, motorists, particularly in the more rural and wooded areas, have reported unsettling encounters with a solitary figure, a mysterious woman dressed entirely in black. This apparition, often dubbed the Lady in Black, is typically seen standing silently by the side of the road, sometimes appearing as if she is waiting for something or someone. Her attire is consistently described as dark, often old-fashioned or funereal, though details can vary from witness to witness. What remains constant is her sudden appearance and equally abrupt disappearance. The encounters often happen at night or during twilight hours, on lonely stretches of road where one wouldn't expect to see a pedestrian. Drivers report seeing her in their headlights, a stark, somber figure against the dark backdrop of trees or fields. Sometimes she is described as looking melancholic or sorrowful, her face pale and indistinct. One moment she is there, a tangible presence by the roadside, and the next, as the car passes and the driver glances in their rearview mirror, she is gone. There's no sign of her walking away, no trace of her having been there at all. This vanishing act is a hallmark of the sightings, leaving witnesses baffled and often deeply unnerved. The locations of these sightings are spread across various parts of Rhode Island, but certain roads, particularly those with a history of accidents or those passing by old cemeteries, seem to be hotspots for encounters with the Lady in Black. Route 44, especially the stretch through Rehoboth, which borders Rhode Island, and Seekonk, Massachusetts, is frequently mentioned, as are more isolated country lanes within Rhode Island itself. Many who have seen her report an overwhelming feeling of sadness or unease associated with the sighting. It's not always outright fear, but a profound sense of something being out of place, something deeply sorrowful about the woman's silent vigil. Some have even slowed down or stopped, thinking she might need help, only for her to dematerialize before their eyes. Who is this Lady in Black? Local folklore offers several theories, often tying her to tragic events of the past. One common narrative suggests she is the spirit of a grieving mother or widow, eternally searching for a lost loved one, perhaps a child or husband killed in an accident or lost to war. Her black attire is seen as perpetual mourning. Another popular legend connects her to a specific historical figure or a local tragedy, though concrete evidence linking the sightings to a single, identifiable individual from the past is elusive. Ghostly figures of women in black are, of course, a staple of folklore in many cultures, often symbolizing grief, loss, or a warning. Skeptics naturally propose more mundane explanations. Could these sightings be misidentifications of actual people in dark clothing, seen fleetingly in poor lighting conditions? Or perhaps they are optical illusions, tricks of light and shadow on lonely roads, especially when a driver is tired or their mind is wandering. The power of suggestion, fueled by local legends, could also play a significant role. However, the consistency of the descriptions across decades and from unrelated witnesses is compelling. Many of those who report seeing her are adamant that what they saw was no mere shadow or living person. And so our exploration of these baffling cases comes to a close, but the questions they raise linger on, heavy in the air. From the desperate flight of Lars Mittank at Varna Airport, to the persistent subterranean hum beneath Uppsala, and the sorrowful apparition of Rhode Island's Lady in Black, We're faced with events that challenge our understanding of reality. These aren't just stories. They represent genuine anguish, fear, and the profound unknown that still exists in our modern world despite all our technological advancements and scientific inquiries. Each mystery leaves us with a sense of unease, a feeling that there are forces and phenomena at play that we can neither comprehend nor control. What truly happened to Lars? What is the source of that unnerving hum, and who or what is the lady in black? These individuals and experiences remind us that not every question has an answer, and sometimes the most honest response is simply to acknowledge the depth of the mystery itself. 3 real cases, no answers, just silence and fear. Which mystery gave you chills? Leave a comment below and subscribe for more true paranormal stories.